one of the purposes of yin is to really circulate the energy and the blood flow and the fluid in the body to get to the fascia, to stretch the fascia that protects our ligaments and our muscles and our legs. So I took a class on energy medicine, and I've been interested in Chinese medicine and Qigong for years. So I found out that as much as Debbie does oil with breathing, that part of that is so that you open up your respiratory system and you can breathe deeper. Well, your electronic system in your body runs in a whole circle, and all of the meridians that connect to the chakras end up in the bottom of your foot. This is called the Jing. Right here, there's a well. So if you take a little bit of energy, or oil, and you rub the well of that foot, you'll feel it get nice and warm, and you'll feel where it can start to circulate more blood flow. And as it comes around, one of the poses that's done is where you bring the bottom of your feet together. And that brings the energy together. So we'll get our energy flowing, and we'll sit for just a moment and concentrate on our breathing. Everybody's rhythmic to their breath is different. Whether you breathe 3 in or 3 out. I'm having trouble with my phone this morning. Whether you breathe in or breathe out, 3 in, 4 out, whatever. So just close your eyes down, sit comfortably, bring the bottom of your feet together, let the energy start to activate itself. Feel free to grab your feet, feel free to put your hands on the floor, feel free to hold your hands, hold your heart, whatever it takes for you to bring your mind to your breath for just a few minutes, and then we'll start. And if you guys have to leave, you can pick this back up on YouTube later. So sit quietly. Be grateful for your day. Be grateful that you brought yourself to your mat for some self-care that we're all needing more and more of, I'll tell you. A few minutes of meditation, bringing the mind to rest as it jumps off into another thought. Just bring it back to the breath. Okay, monkey minds, 30 seconds to go. Try to focus hard on breathing deep, listening to each breath. Okay. So good morning. Let's lay on the floor. And really ground our backs and our legs, our heels, our shoulders. Really ground yourself to the floor. Let the earth's energy pull everything down and relax. And again, our breathing should be more open now that we're laying down. Think about your breath into your belly. Just 2 minutes of breathing. You can bend your knees if you want. Do TP knees. Let them rest on one another. It's not really just even a minute. I think he's 30 seconds to 90 seconds of a hold activates the area. It's when you hold longer that you put the heel into the area, but even activating the area makes it aware of its purpose. Real slow class today. My back feels good laying flat on the floor. If Lisa's going to work, she's probably going to a desk, so this should be good for her back to start it out. Be strong. Okay. Now we're just going to bring your knees in, take our hands above our head, and just kind of slowly move your body up and down and up and down. Move your arms up and down. Trying to move the two together. Just kind of wake up the spine and the hips and the shoulders. Activate the feet a little bit. And then our first pose is going to be figure four because the muscles that are connected to the figure four also are connected to the lower back. And as I said, this is a back class, so we want to get as much energy and as much stretch into the back. So the figure four is basically where you take the right leg, put it over the left leg, let it rest there for a moment. Then you can lift the whole pose up into the air, holding behind your left leg. It's an edge pose, so you can feel yourself as your hip opens up a little bit more, your thigh, your inner groin opens a little more. You might be able to pull yourself in a little deeper. You can let your feet relax. There's no pointer flex to this, no muscle being used in the feet. Just stretching the fascia around the area of the glute and the hip and the leg. Shoulders. Breathe deep into those areas. Listen to the breath. Almost there. Bring your foot down. Don't come out of your figure four. You're facing the wrong way. I apologize. The leg that's on top, you're just going to bring over and let the foot fall flat on the floor or on a block or on a bolster or a towel. But the foot should be flat. The other foot is laying. Yes, the hip is up, looking at the ceiling. This is a spinal twist, so we want to activate our spine a little bit. Get some blood flowing up and around there. Shoulders are flat. Pick your shoulders up if you need to be able to get them to lay flat on the floor. Your hands can be anywhere that are comfortable. Down on your heart, goalpost. Overhead will give you a little bit more torso stretch. If that foot doesn't reach the floor, you do want to support it on something. You don't want it hanging in the air. There's a lot of little parts to the back that we're going to try to work on. Activate the spine a little bit. Keeps us standing straight. Keeps us walking all day. If you're as stiff as I am this morning, I even feel a little bit of movement through my pelvic area into the inside of my right hip. Come back, untwine, give yourself a nice stretch. Good morning, world. If you fingers in and out. Make a fist. Move your fingers. Flick off the bad energy. And the palms together. Rub them. And knees up. Left leg is over into the figure 4. Couple deep breaths to settle into the pose. And bring the pose up into the air, relaxing the feet. Hips are flat on the floor, shoulders are flat on the floor, back is flat on the floor. Make sure the back of your head is flat on the floor, that you're not on the top of your head. If you're on the top of your head, you may not be able to bring your head to the floor, so therefore feel free to support it so you do stay on the back of your head, not on the top. To keep reminding myself to let my feet drop and relax and breathe. The edge to this pose again will be to see if you can bring your right leg into your torso a little deeper. Brings the spine, the base of the spine off of the mat a little. Long, deep breaths all the way from the belly. Clean out the stale air, bring in the clean air. Drop your foot. With your left foot, bring it over. Bring it to the floor. Right foot is tucked under. Perhaps you're flexible enough where your right knee is also touching the floor. Not to the degree of where you take your left shoulder off of the mat. Make sure your shoulders are flat on the mat. Left hip is looking at the ceiling. Again, place your hands on your belly to enjoy your breath, or above your head for a little bit more of a stretch. Enjoy the quietness of this dark, gloomy, rainy day. Might keep some people at home. Okay, untwine. Give yourself a nice stretch. Not too long, just quick. Let's counteract all that spine work by coming around. Do yourself a couple cat-cows. And then we'll move it to activate the spine. The mind is a little blank. Bring your big toes together. Bring yourself down into child's pose. Child's pose is wonderful. You can either put your arms out straight, flat in front of you, bring your forehead to the floor. Bring your arms back. Secure them by holding your feet. This is your pose, wherever you feel the most comfortable, the most relaxed. This is one of the better poses that's recommended to do every day. Take the pressure off of your spine. If you're able to bring your chest to your thighs, you can probably feel the movement of your breath. I think everybody enjoys this pose. The full edge pose. Just giving the spine a chance to relax. Carefully come up because you've had your head down, so you could be a little dizzy. I need to sit up on a prop for the next pose. So a little bit of a blanket raises your hips. And we're just going to do a half butterfly to stretch out the top part of our bodies, working that area a little bit. So we're going to take the right foot, tuck it in a little. The left foot is out. Now you can use a belt if you want. to help support your edge as you move forward. Laying down over the left foot. So if you use the belt, you hold the belt in the left hand. The right hand is just kind of nice anywheres on the leg, around the foot, around the knee. Enjoy the feeling of your body. The one thing that's nice about the belt is it allows you to hold the foot upright without using any muscles or any tendons. You do have to turn your torso a little bit to the left. Many of you can have a much deeper bend than I do. It's not my best pose. Keeping in mind when you do come down over the foot, you want to come from your hips. You don't want to come from your shoulders. You don't want to come from your neck. You don't want to round over. You want to try to keep your spine straight. So there's those wonderful people that have a full edge that can lay all the way down flat on their leg. It's a very beautiful pose. Have a block handy. You may want to support your knee. If your knee doesn't go all the way to the ground or it's uncomfortable hanging there. Working the upper part of the body a little bit. The upper back. And sit yourself up. Don't change the pose. Take the left hand, bring it out to the side. We're going to do a side body stretch. And the edge to this will be, of course, to go further and further, stretching out the left side, giving the lungs lots of room to breathe. You can have your arm can rest on your head. You can leave it in the air. You can hold the back of your head. Walking your left hand out deeper and deeper into that side body stretch. Foot is tucked in nice and comfortable. We're holding this for 2 minutes. Stretching out the torso, side body, under the arms, the back of the shoulders. Everything is connected. Let's bring ourselves up. Give yourself a nice hug. Untuck the right leg. Bounce it a little bit. Massage it a little bit. Holding those poses can be a little bit stressful. Left foot in. Right foot out to the side. Again with your belt. Allows you to hold the foot up without using any muscle. Closing down your eyes. Both hips are flat on the blanket or on the floor or on your little prop that you need to sit on. Breathing deep. Bending forward. Bending from the hips. So you try to keep your back as straight as you can. Some of you may be able to move your right leg out farther from the tucked in foot, which just means the foot can tuck in even deeper. Breathe deep. Enjoy those deep, deep breaths. Listen to them. Let them heal the body. Let them move your circulation, your energy. Let go of your belt if you were using one. Set it aside. Don't change your position. Ouch! I have, guess, a sore foot. You put a little softener under there. Right hand out. Hands flat on the floor. Arm comes up. You can hold your head. Hold the back of your head. Leave your arm up in the air. Try to keep the shoulder back. Elbow back. Stretch to the left side. Walking out that right hand. A little bit. Every few seconds, every few minutes. Try to deepen the edge to the stretch. Giving the lungs lots of room to expand and contract. You move your right arm out farther. You deepen that stretch. And bring yourselves up. Let's take a couple windshield wipers here. Rolling back and forth on each hip. You work that area pretty deep. And our last pose will be a sitting Shavasana. Get yourself in a nice, comfortable pose. Nice, comfortable seated pose. Reflect on the morning. Bring your energy points together. Reflect on the morning. How good it was to come to your mat. How good it was to give yourself some self-care. To share your practice with a beautiful community. It's an opportunity for you to come in through the nose. Should be relaxed enough to see that your breathing has gotten much deeper, much slower. As we start Monday morning with Yin, being quiet and being relaxed, try to take that mind thought with you throughout the rest of the week. I think it's good not to start out Mondays busy, as the week just gets busier and busier as it goes on. Before class is over, may you all be safe and free of harm. May you all reach out to someone today that you haven't heard from in a week or a month and just say, hey, my old friend, I'm happy to know you. I'm wishing you well. And thank you. So right hand in, left hand over, Qigong closing, which is where Yin came from. And Namaste. stay and sit with yourself as long as you need to. I'm going to turn off the recording. Thanks for participating this morning.